Good morning, y'all. So today I'm going to be taking you all to work with me. If you are new here, I actually am a prior authorization nurse, and most of the time I work from home, but my job is technically a hybrid position. So I am required to go in once a month to fulfill our office requirement. And I pretty much go in and do the same exact job that I do at home, but I will not complain. On these days, I have to leave my son at home, but thankfully, his dad is able to stay at home with him. And so we're able to kind of juggle that way that we don't have to utilize childcare for the time being, which is something that I just definitely did not want to do, especially with him being as young as he is at the moment. And so I just head in, and this day I'm running a little late, but y'all, we absolutely had to sacrifice and stop at Chick-fil-A because your girl is starving. I'm a nursing mom, and so I'm pretty much hungry all the time. So I like to stop and get food on my way to work when I actually have to go into the office, because when you're at home, it's completely different. You can just go and snack all day and just sit at your desk and eat, which is probably why they call it like sedentary working from home. But yeah, I could just get up and I have access to my kitchen, but because I don't when I'm at work, I like to go in with food and then I'll grab lunch there as well, because it's like once you're there, you're there. Like there's nothing to eat, which probably sounds crazy to people who work like in other locations outside of the home, because it's like duh, but when you work at home, you take that stuff for granted. Like the bathroom is one step away, the kitchen is one step away, like you have access to everything. It's so convenient. So yeah, I kind of like prep myself for the office, and I'm actually running a little bit behind, y'all, but I had to stop and get food because I'm gonna be pumping throughout the day and all that. Like I have to have food with me because I'm gonna be starving. So that's what we're doing now. But I'm not that far from the office, so shouldn't be too late. All right, we got the food, we got the coffee because I need it. We're good to go. Hopefully I should be at work in like 5 more minutes. Being that only one team at a time goes into our office once a month, our office is typically very empty, and we have these hotel spaces where we can just choose whatever desk we want to work at during the day. And so I just kind of choose my desk, set up, and make sure that I clean everything because different people sit at these desks every day. And so once I get all set up, I just go ahead and get to work, and I make sure that I am staying hydrated throughout the day because, as you all know, if you are a nursing mother, you have to stay hydrated because you want to continue to produce your milk. And so about 4 hours into the shift, maybe 3 to 4 hours, I go for my first pumping session. And our nursing room is more like a utility closet, but it gets the job done. So I just go and I'll either use my wireless pump at my desk or I will pump in the room. And as you see me here, spilling milk, just a mess. Which is another reason why I like to just be at home. It is so much more comfortable, so much more easy. But I am grateful to have a job in this season because I know how many mothers have to go back to work and they either have to continue bedside nursing or just doing a job that they don't like and having to be away from their babies for an extended period of time. And that's a lot. So I'm grateful. And so I just pump, I store everything away, I clean my parts, and I make sure that I keep everything refrigerated because there are tons and tons of rules with pumping. Just making sure that you don't grow any bacteria in your pumping parts. And so that's really important. So I make sure I pay attention to all those things and try to keep everything as safe as possible for my little munchkin. So you just see me storing everything away in a Ziploc bag, and then I'll put all of that into the refrigerator that we have inside of the nursing room. So it's really convenient. Even though it's more of a closet, it still gets the job done, like I said. So I get to work at about 8 o'clock in the morning. I typically pump around 10 a.m. That takes me about 30 minutes. And I will pump again within the next 4 hours. But I try to get through a few cases. If you're unfamiliar with prior authorization nurses, it's literally just like working for an insurance company. You're going through cases to see whether or not a patient qualifies for whatever the doctor is recommending. And so it's lots of reading, lots of notes. Well, actually, I take that back. There's nowhere near as many notes as charting takes at the bedside. Oh my goodness. I would not switch the amount of notes for charting that I used to do at all. But yeah, so I do that for a few more hours, and then around 2:30 I will go in for another pumping session and just store my milk the same exact way. And then I can see the light because there's only a little bit of time left in my shift. And I typically won't pump again. That way, when I get home and my son is ready to feed, I am ready to nurse him. And so you can just see me storing everything away in that last session. And I really don't have to worry about my pump this time because I'm not going to be using it again. So after that, I will start my last leg of the shift. And so I only have about 2.5 more hours left. I work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I take an hour break. And so I just have a little bit more time. We typically have a goal of getting through about 13 cases a day. And I'll have maybe like 4 or 5 left by this point in the day that I just strive to get done. And y'all, by this time of day, I cannot wait to get home to my baby. He was so small at this point. Like I just hated leaving him. I hated it. Y'all, it is over. It's the end of the day. I'm so excited. I get to finally go home. It's not bad coming in. And like I said, we don't do it often, but it's just like we do the same exact job that we do at home. I don't know. Yeah, it's just hard being away from my baby. I'm sure the moms out there know. Like, I'm just used to seeing his little face throughout the day and hearing his little noises. And while I'm here, I'm just like watching videos of him when I can. So I'm excited to finally go home. I just got to stop and get those groceries, but it shouldn't take me long at all. So let's go. Like, can we all just acknowledge how dark it is? Like, it is dark and it is 5:30. This is insane. Like, when I have to leave, it just feels like my whole day is gone. So I'm just ready to get home and snuggle my muffin, my little baby. Oh, I can't wait to love him. Y'all do not judge me, but I got something super quick and easy out to make. I did a grocery pickup, but I made sure that I ordered a rotisserie chicken because I did not feel like cooking when I got home, which I never do when I work in the office. And if it was up to my husband, we would be having Hot Pockets for dinner. So I just got something out quick and easy that I could literally just like throw together or warm up to eat. Hi, buddy. And y'all, don't judge me. I can literally hear my mama's voice right now. Like, girl, you have on your outside clothes and you are sitting on my bed. I know, but I just wanted to sit down and love on my baby real quick. I just love coming home to him after a long day of being away. Like, oh my gosh. And y'all, not pictured just because we like to keep some things to ourselves. It's just me catching up with my husband, eating dinner together, and getting the baby ready for bed together. And then lastly, I just like to spend some time with the Lord. And I know people say you should do this first thing in the morning, but this season of life, this baby does not sleep throughout the night. And I be tired, okay? And so I just try to spend time with the Lord daily. And I pray that you're doing the same in a way that fits into your routine. So just thank you guys so much for spending the day with me, and I will see you all next time.